one rental at a time. It is Monday, September 26th, and this is your daily financial news. A lot of stuff going on. Currency wars, rates, oil, stock market, double bottom, VIX. It's a wild, wild world out there. I hope you are stepping back, doing the work, getting your shopping lists ready, doing all the stuff that we talk about on this channel. Let's just get right into it. As I mentioned yesterday, 17 different Fed speeches this week. Yesterday, Federal Reserve Raphael Bostic, I think he's out of Atlanta, gave us a taste of what I think we can expect. This is what Mr. Bostic had to say yesterday. 1, the economy is strong. The economy can absorb rate hikes. Please understand, I'm not agreeing. I am simply the messenger of what he says. 2, we are committed, and the market should not question our resolve to get to 2%. 3, job losses can be an unfortunate side effect of getting inflation down. And finally, the economy is still creating jobs. So again, I believe this is a theme that we are going to see this week. Again, at least 17 more Fed speeches. All of them will be market moving, or potentially all of them will be market moving. The economy is strong. We are not confused. We are going to do our job. Rates are going higher, faster, longer, which is exactly what I told you, or I proposed would happen at last week's Fed meeting. The market is all messed up because now the market is starting to believe the Fed. Until last week, much of the market was expecting a Fed pivot this year. I don't know what they were hearing, but I do believe Jerome Powell is trying to get rid of the Fed put. He's channeling Paul Volcker. I believe Jerome Powell, again, wants to get rid of the transitory stigma. So the chances of him and his cronies going too far, probably better than going not far enough. We are in some interesting times. Next, housing market. Put out a very interesting video yesterday talking about some Redfin data and some very surprising data around price. I wanted to be very clear. What am I looking at? So again, I look at my market every day, right? My buy box, and then I look at country statistics. The number one thing I am looking at, whether it's my buy box or the country, is active listings. If my thesis about the rest of the year and through March 15 is correct, that's a big if, I believe active listings trend down. Next, in my buy box seemingly exploded with active listings about a month or 6 weeks ago. By explode, I mean went from, 10 to 35, 38. I was feeling pretty good. They were still wish pricing, don't get me wrong. We did write some offers. We didn't get anywhere. We didn't get close enough to a great deal. But now active listings are down. So not only do I believe the country's active listings are down, but my buy box is down. Don't know about you, but I hope you know. I hope you are tracking your buy box. Let me know in the comments below. Is your buy box listings up or down? I would love to know. Maybe I'm the only one, but that's what I am seeing. To that end, stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to tell you something I'm doing that is very different and unique because I'm not finding the deals or the volume. I am fishing in a new place, and I want to tell you about it. I'll save that for the end, so stay tuned. Number 2, I am watching mortgage rates. Mortgage rates undoubtedly are up. Retail banking went over 7. Wholesale or warehouse loans are at 6, 7, right? Brokerage banks, they're up very fast. We are going to likely 8% for investors soon. The reason I watch rates is, one, it hurts demand. We've already seen 18, 20, 22, whatever the number is, buyer demand removed. You get a yes answer at 3, not at 6, 7, not at 7, not at 7, 2. But I do believe that supply destruction, interest rate lock-in is the greatest thing not talked about. As rates go up, the move-up market dies even more. The thinking about selling dies even more. I believe we are going through a very, as rates go up, I believe winter is less and less transactions. So again, I'm watching active listings, rates, iBuyers. I believe if you are in a iBuyer market, Phoenix and Las Vegas being 2 prime examples, I believe iBuyers have a very short window to stay alive. I think iBuyers need to make a very, very hard pivot. If they keep selling onesie, twosie homes and losing money to the tune of 48% or whatever the last number was, they will not be in business much longer. If they make a hard pivot, become landlords, sell to Wall Street, maybe they survive. But I think their days are numbered the longer they limp along. 2, Airbnb markets. There are some markets across the country that are always short-term rentals. They likely will be fine. But I do believe cities and areas are going to turn a focus on Airbnb because it's taking rental demand out of the community. It's taking homes off the market for owner-occupiers. There may be more San Diegos and Honolulus and other markets that say, not okay. And then finally, on the positive side, will we see more first-time buyer programs? Something we will see undoubtedly, my opinion, is as loan demand comes down, as housing transactions come down, as housing enters a recession, we will see banks and likely the federal government step in to try to help the first-time home buyer. And let's be clear, when the federal government steps in to help first-time home buyers, it will distort the market. We need to heal. We need to go through this cycle. But alas, I do not think they will do what is required. They will do some short-term thing for votes. Shocking, I know, but that is what I expect. Mark Zandi and Moody's Analytic. Mark Zandi, chief economist, Moody's Analytic, 2 very well-respected housing-focused organizations and economists. Both of them are getting increasingly negative. All of them have taken their forecast. Both Mark and Moody's are now calling for a -5 to -10% price correction in the next 12 to 18 months. I am not currently there, but more and more people are going to that side. Again, for me, what may surprise Mark and Moody's and all these folks going negative is inventory. Again, my opinion may change March 15th. I'm going to settle out, see where we're at, maybe. But again, wanted to bring you the full picture. There are more and more people calling for a -5 to -10% decline. China EVs. I don't know if you saw this. I think it's called Li Auto. Let me make sure I got it right on my notes. Yeah, Li Auto. Li Auto, I want to say it's a Tesla-like company in China. I know nothing about it, know nothing about their cars, but I do know that deliveries are down. My question about Li Auto and the broader market in China, right? If you are dependent on Chinese consumers, they are clearly retreating. They are saving. They are not spending. If they are not buying Starbucks coffee, they are not going to buy expensive EV cars. So I wonder what else might they be cutting back on? Most likely luxury products. like LV and Gucci bags and coat and all these things. I really do think the Chinese consumer is retreating, much like in the US consumer retreated in the Great Depression. That was an eye-opening research I did yesterday on what happened to the US consumer. It kind of feels like what the Chinese consumer is doing today. Oil is now under 80 and I think even under $79. I just have a question. When can we stop draining our strategic petroleum reserve? Serious question. It is one thing to release oil when oil is 130 or 140 or 150. We are now under 79. Can we stop doing this? We will eventually have to fill it up. And if we don't do this right, we'll be filling it up at much higher prices. Stop releasing oil. The 2-year this morning went over 4.3. The 10-year now is 3.78. That brings on our question of the day. Get ready to interact with me, folks, please. Again, I want you to interact with me. Here is the question. What month will the 10-year Treasury hit 4%? Technically, September, right? We got a few days left. October, November, December, or January, or none of the above. What month will the 10-year Treasury hit 4%? I want to hear from you. Leave your comments below. I wrote down on the board what I think. I am calling October. More specifically, I like being specific. I am calling October 24th. I believe October 24th is a Monday. So if you want to have fun with me and just wild guess things, give me the month. And if you want, give me the month and date. I do suggest making sure it is a weekday. My first guess was a weekend, so that would have been a bad guess. So again, let's have some fun. Now, what am I doing? So again, I am an active buyer. I've written 35, 36 offers. I wrote another seller financing offer over the weekend. No dice. I'm seeing my buy box shrink, my opportunities shrink. So I am taking my crazy idea of buying $1 million house, seller financed, and using PropStream to increase my opportunity. So let me tell you this. So this is a list right out of PropStream. It's pretty hard to read. It's small font. But this is what I did. I went to PropStream, and again, I'll put a link below because they give you a free trial, and you could actually do this and get the list for free. I went to PropStream. I put in the most expensive zip code in Fresno. It's 93730. At least that's my belief. 93730. I have never looked for a rental in that area. It's where all the rich live. And then I said, who owns their house in clear? Or said another way, 100% equity. If memory serves, that produced a list of over 1,800 homes. Now, again, the data is not perfect, but it's the best I could find. So I went to the most expensive zip code. I said, how many folks have 100% equity? 1,800. Well, that's too big of a list for me. 1,800, that might be good for a mailer, but it is not. It's too big for me, at least with my limited time, to make phone calls and things of that nature. So then I said, of these 1,800, how many of them are listed for sale? Aha. That list produced 36, I think. 37, 36. I think one of these is a duplicate. So let's say 36. 36 listed properties in this zip code, free and clear. So what am I doing today? Started yesterday, but doing today. I'm going to each of these listings, checking them out, seeing if I know the real estate agent, if I know the real estate agent's office, and I am going to make some phone calls. None of these listings say the seller is open to seller financing. All of these may say they are not interested, but here is the deal. I believe the high end, the luxury market is dead. Dead. If you are 2x the median, your market is dead. So while I do not expect any of these real estate agents to say, great idea, Michael, let me write up an offer today, they will say, you know what, Michael? I will keep your phone number, and maybe in 30 or 60 days, I'll call you back. And you know what? I won't wait for them to call me. I will call them every 2 weeks. Say, hey, property 123 Main Street. I see it is still listed. Remember, I'm interested in perhaps seller financing. Can we talk about that? No, we can't. The seller, blah, blah, blah. Well, great. I'll call you in 2 weeks. I'll call you in 2 weeks. Folks, this is how you do the work. It is not just sit there and wait for opportunities to fall in your lap. Get out there, hustle, test your ideas, get a thesis, look at data, network, tell everybody, meet more people in an environment that is slow, where rates for me could be 8%. I am going to go look for owners who have high equity that might be open, I'm not saying they will, might be open. So PropStream is going to be a tool that I use extensively to look for opportunities where sellers, A, have their property listed, and B, have the opportunity to say yes. I'm not saying they will say yes, but I can make some phone calls. I can ask some questions. So again, folks, if you haven't used PropStream yet, I will put the link below in this video. I think you should check it out. You can get up to, I think, 50 free data dumps, and you do get a discount on the trial. I believe it's still active. But again, PropStream is something that I use to look for opportunities. So again, folks, hope you have an amazing day. Crazy day out there. It is Monday, September 26th, and we are less than 12,000 subscribers away from 50,000. Like, subscribe, comment, be a part of the channel, interact with me. What month, what day will the 10-year Treasury hit 4%? My day, October 24th, Monday, October 24th. Bye.